We're going to start, this video is going to be just the basic skating, one-footed glides, getting you into the basics of snowboarding. So we're going to start with skating. Let me go ahead and strap my board on. Okay, the thing about skating is when you're on a hill like I am with the uphill behind you, if you notice if the board flattens out, it's going to slide down the hill. So the secret to this, if you're skating, have your free foot behind the board, keep the heel edge locked into the slope. That prevents the board from sliding down the hill. Now, if for some reason you're skating the other way and you need to go on your toe edge, or if you're skating like this, the board tends to slide on you. So the secret, put it on its toe edge, have your foot in front, keep that toe edge locked. Okay. Another thing that's important to remember about skating is keeping your shoulders aligned parallel to your board. As long as everything's in line, everything stays nice and straight. The minute that you get your shoulders counter-rotated to face the direction you're going, your board's going to slip out from you. So to demonstrate what happens, I face forward. Next thing I know, my board's doing that. So that's why it's so important to keep shoulders aligned with the board. Another thing I'm going to show you, the side step. Say for some reason I need to walk up this hill and I don't want to take my board off. Well, just take your back foot out of your binding and get the board across the fall line. Keep that toe edge dug in. Get this back foot in front of your board and just step up. Okay. You can also go down the hill this way if for some reason like you have a steep lift line or something. You're going to do it with the heel edge. Okay, that's all there is to sidestepping. Okay, now we're going to get started with some one-footed glides and how to turn your snowboard. A couple of things about your snowboard. Notice the side cut here. The act of tilting that board on its edge is going to start turning it. The reason is because of this side cut. You imagine you get that board up on its edge, it's going to carve in that circle, in that radius. So to get a board to turn when you're one-footed, you're going to want to twist that board to get whatever edge of your side cut engaged in the snow. So if you take a, imagine this, see how this board twists back and forth like that? You're going to use your feet to twist your board. So you're going to initiate your turns when you're one-footed gliding, and also it's going to be how you start your turn when you got both feet strapped in. So I'm going to strap in my board. I'm going to do a couple one-footed glides here, demonstrate a toe side and a heel side turn, and then a stop. Okay, before we start gliding on our board, let's take a second and talk about riding stance. When anytime you're riding, you want to keep your upper body weight centered between your bindings there. You get too far back, the front of the nose, the front of the board comes up, you don't have any control. You can sit there and twist that all day long. Nothing's going to happen when you're shifted back on your board. So anytime you're riding, you want to make sure you keep that body weight centered between your bindings, and when you're getting ready to initiate a turn, you can even shift that a little bit towards the front foot. The other thing that's really important, people ride stiff-legged too much. It's hard to stay balanced when you're like this. Keep the knees, hips, and ankles flexed so that you're riding in a nice low stance. And again, it's very important, keep your shoulders oriented with your board. Because if you ride like this, it's going to cause your board to pivot out from under you. If you ride like this, you're going to have trouble with it wanting to drift toe side. So keep those shoulders square over your board. When you start doing a turn though, use that pivot to help you. If I want to go toe side, I'm going to rotate my shoulder a little bit so that this front shoulder is about even over the top of my toe edge. That's going to get a little bit of pivotal rotation. It also drives the knee joint down, which pushes the toe down, which engages the side cut of the board and gets into a toe side turn. When I'm going heel side, same thing. I'm going to start by looking where I want to go, look over my shoulder, rotate it, dip the shoulder a little bit, bring it on around. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get a push off here. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate a heel side one-footed glide. Okay, I'm going along. I look where I want to go, rotate the shoulder, come to a stop. Okay, now I'm going to demonstrate a toe side turn. So to review, when I'm ready, I'm going to rotate that shoulder, dip it down a little bit, press down on that toe, get the turn started. Okay, shoulder, foot, follow through with the back foot. That's another thing too. You're going to follow through with the back foot. So if I push down on the toe to get the turn started, once the turn's established, I want to follow through by pressing down on the toe of the back foot. What that'll do is get the whole board tilted up on its toe edge like that to complete the turn. Next thing I'm going to do is go over a couple of techniques for stopping. On your board, there's two ways you're going to do this. Simply taking your foot off your stomp pad, putting it down in the snow. Remember, you're on a moving board. If you put your foot down here, you're going to instantly do the splits. So when you're getting ready to stop, you're going to pick that foot up, put it down in the snow up here behind your front foot. So to demonstrate it, give myself a little glide. And the way to stop is, if you're going a little faster, you don't want to be picking your foot off your board, putting it in the snow. The other way is simply dragging your heel or your toe in the snow. So as you're riding, you're going to take your back foot, shift it so that the heel of the boot is over the edge of the board. And when you want to slow down, put that heel down in the snow. Make sure that your foot's up against the binding though, so it doesn't drag it off the snowboard. So to demonstrate that, okay, I just push the snow down, or the heel down. Come to a